And talking about the playoffs, you can't be in the semifinals up by 25 and lose that game, even if your best player's gone out.
Vince and I were talking about that before you got here.
It's just you know what you're there in the semifinals for a reason, or in the conference finals for a reason, right? Because you're a good basketball program. Your best player gets out, but he's not 25 points difference. I mean, they can go talk they talking about, the guy sticking his foot out to sprain his. I think that's the biggest joke I've ever seen in my entire life.
Pop wasn't too happy with that.
But you don't
right.
You shouldn't lose that game. You shouldn't. You're up.
You
got
to win one on the road, and
right?
That's, now
and you're up by 25. I mean, it's just that either tells you how good Golden State is or how bad you are without that guy.
I bet they get blown out in game 2.
They could, yeah, exactly. And that's where we go back to it. Like, can you just send them to Cleveland or Cleveland to Golden State and get it? But they're talking about Boston giving Cleveland a run for their money because they got home advantage. But I don't know. I don't see it.
Yeah, I think that's just for ratings. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I think a well-rested Cleveland team is just going to roll over those Celtics.
Yeah, they've had a week off.
Golden State, for me, I've watched a lot of their postseason games. It never feels like they're out of a game, because I'm not watching as a fan specifically of Golden State. I can get into it and be very objective and sort of see like, wow, they're not shooting very well. Mm-hmm. Boy, they're settling for some contested shots, or they're turning the ball over. They're just they're looking a little frustrated, or they're just not engaged right now. But I never feel as like this outsider objectively looking at it and not being, not having a dog in that fight, thinking they could come back. Mm-hmm. All they need to do is start hitting a few shots. Mm-hmm. I thought the same thing when I was watching that San Antonio game. Now, I didn't think it when they were down 25. I certainly thought it in the first half when they were down 15, 16 early. And they started chipping away, and then it went back the other way. But I think that, we talked about this a little bit, when Aldridge is playing well,
mm-hmm.
Mills and Mills, and they're getting some shots from the wing, from their 3-point shots. They're okay, but it's like a house of cards. If Aldridge stops rebounding and stops being aggressive to the hole, and they can't hit the threes, and Kawhi's going to play good defense, but are you going to rely on 422-year-old Manu Ginobili?
Right.
And now Tony Parker out.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone, and now Kawhi gone. I look at that a couple of different ways. I never thought the Spurs were going to give him a problem. I really didn't. So I was very surprised when they went up against Golden State. I was really shocked to see them up that much. And the second thing is that I after the game I thought, Popovich gets a lot of credit for being a genius and being a great coach, and he lost that game as much as the players on that court. I mean, you got to do a better job of keeping your guys engaged, making the right substitutions, making the adjustments in game. You can't lose that. You can't lose that game. You had them. And that's one of those things where if you're a Spurs fan, you can think two ways. You can either say, we had them, it's all right, we had them, but now you just got to step back, and if you're a realist, you think, no Tony Parker, no Kawhi in game 2, on the road, we're not going to get up 25 again. Yeah. If we get up 6, that's like being down 6, against a team like Golden State. Again, I'm ready to fast forward to Cleveland Golden State. I'm ready to fast forward to Cleveland Golden State. Any hype that comes about, Spurs had them and they're coming back in this game, and they're Popovich is going to find a way. It's like I'm just no, that's just hype. You're just trying to get me to watch that game.
Just turn the page and move on.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.